Hi, it's Friday morning, July 14th, and I just wanted to put together a little chat uh, video with you before we embark on Unit 6, which I've not opened up yet. And I was trying to do it outside, but it's just so bright out there on my deck that it wasn't working well, so I've moved it indoors. I hope you don't mind the backdrop here. At any rate, I just wanted to make a couple comments about Unit 5, especially the piece on student engagement. Your writing on that was great. I've really enjoyed it. Had a chance to read all of your first posts as they were due last night, and yeah, I think you handled it really well. You might hearken back to my letter of introduction for this course where I told you that we would probably get into some areas that would cause some disagreement among us. And I think we've been pretty successful in doing that. Some of you found that point when we looked at John Hattie's videos, and some of you found it during this viewing of the three-part video on student engagement. I think the larger concept for us to keep in mind is that Allison Zamuda and Robin Jackson were trying to elevate our thinking about student engagement. I think they may have gone a little too far in just proclaiming that compliant students are not engaged. I'm not really sure I can buy that, but it's going to stay with us a long time because they went to the extreme in making that point. So for that, I applaud them, and I really haven't ever found anything that got my graduate students' attention like these videos did about student engagement. So I hope you have found some value in them, and it appears to me that you did. We're getting ready to open up Unit 6, which is mostly about the whole concept of having teams work in schools. Now, the one that Jim Knight uses to illustrate is called an ILT, which is Intensive Learning Teams. And they're teams that kind of look at curriculum, and I'll let you discover more about that in your own reading. As has been stated, I've been a big fan most of my career of professional learning communities, and those have a different purpose than do ILTs. I think vertical alignment committees are really important when you have grade levels that adjoin each other, meeting within a certain curriculum area to fill in those gaps. I think curriculum mapping has its place, and I think you might have a team that would work together on curriculum mapping. Certainly, middle schools have a different kind of team. And sometimes I think what happens is building administrators, and especially central office administrators, think that just a team is a team, and once you get a group of people together, you can do most anything. And I think that really defeats the purpose, and we should be true to the design of the team and what we originally told people they were going to be doing when they joined the team. And I think that's why a lot of times expectations are set high and then we don't fulfill them. And it's just sort of my bias. As you know, I think the term PLC is broadly used across the Pikes Peak area where I live, and oftentimes what I see are not truly PLCs. PLCs are people who teach the same subject matter or the same grade level, getting together and looking at actual student work from their building, and then deriving from that some strategies to get better. So you don't need to bring in the sage on the stage type of presentation. You don't need to have a book study, although sometimes those are helpful. But we just have so much embedded learning in our own environments that we sometimes don't explore. It's with some sadness that I open this Unit 6 this year because it's the first time I've taught it after Rick DeFore's death. You may not know that he passed away in February after a long battle with cancer, and I just think he did a tremendous job of bringing that whole idea of the value of collaboration and how much we could learn from each other and how dedicated we can be toward that regard. And I think we're all going to miss him. Hang in there, because only 2 more units have content in them, 6 and 7. Unit 8 is nothing but a written final. So you're very near the end. Very impressed with your work so far. Your timeliness has been good. A couple of you have strayed from that. I tried to give you a little reminder. I hope that doesn't appear too controlling on my part. I just like to have you have success. And Unit 6 and 7 are two of my favorites, and I hope you'll find a way to really enjoy them as I do. So good luck to you, and look forward to reading your stuff on Unit 6.